Hi there everyone, Golf Course Superintendent Stu Sheridan here with this week's update on the golf course. So here I am on number 11 at the pond. This past winter we've seen some drainage issues around the pond, and most recently this drainage issue has backed up the drains and affected the front right bunker here on number 11. Most of the drainage at our maintenance facility feeds down towards the pond on number 11 and goes through a pond bypass before exiting out into the forest. So it's just the way the drainage of our facility was constructed. We have seen in the past when too much sand gets moved into that drainage, we've seen this area fill up with water and not enter the pond or not enter through the bypass and cause this sod here to collapse. Of course, we do as good a job as we can to limit the amount of sand that does enter that drainage system. However, all of our sand aggregates are stored here at the facility. Now, this past season, we had a lot more sand on site in places that we typically don't store it because of the Greenside Bunker project. And as much as we cleaned up after that project, there was still more sand than normal that entered this drainage system. In the last week, we've seen another result of this. So as much as we've tried to flush these lines, now that we have our irrigation system repressurized, this drain tile did back up into this front right bunker on number 11. So we saw a puddle there for a number of days over the weekend and earlier this week that we've since rectified. So right now, as we move into this week, we've isolated the pond bypass that is full of sand. We are flushing that from 2 locations just in front of 11 green here, and that has moved the water away from the bunker. That bunker will be raked Thursday of this week and will be back in play as this video is released. And we're just basically flushing that sand in from those 2 points out into that bigger drainage culvert that then carries across number 10 fairway. There's a couple of points that we'll take from this, and one is for future projects we'll have to really look at where we do store our aggregates, especially at our maintenance facility, to reduce or eliminate the sand that does come into this drainage. And then the other one is lowering the pond level here and draining the pond and cleaning the pond liner. So that usually happens every 3 to 4 years, and that's where we'll get into removing the sand that did enter the pond here. So that will happen more towards September aeration in the fall. As of Saturday, March 20th, number 7 green is back in play for the season. So we're quite impressed with the health of number 7 green as it opens. The stadium grow lights no doubt played a factor, as well as our typical fertility and use of black sand that we traditionally do. With 7 green traditionally opening anywhere from middle of March to late March, early April, opening it on March 20th is a good result from the trial with the lights. Not only the date of opening the green, but the quality of the green and the health of the turf. So as of March 22nd, we are mowing the green at the same height of cut as the rest of the greens, which is really 4 weeks earlier than we traditionally do. So to be able to do that now before the end of March is a good positive result of using the lights. Over the next few weeks, we want to monitor the health of the green closely. The green still is not receiving full sunlight even as we move towards the end of March. So we do want to see how the turf responds now that the lights have been removed and we're mowing the green at that tighter height of cut. As we move into April and the large number of rounds of golf per day continues, now is a good reminder on course care for the golf course. So one item that we always touch on is, of course, ball marks. Number 7 green opened for 2 days over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. On Monday morning, we counted 22 fresh ball marks on the green. So we really want to highlight again the importance of everybody repairing their own ball mark and one other. And especially in the case of number 7 green in particular, obviously it's just opened and we're really watching the health of the green in order to keep it in play. Member course care will continue to be a focus of this season and more communication will follow. And of course, thank you to everybody that does fill divots and does repair ball marks. It's very much appreciated. As we move into warmer temperatures here in the spring, we are now installing our track mats. So last fall, here at the bridge on number 12, to the right of number 8 green, To the left of number 5 green and just right of number 10 fairway, we stripped and sodded these locations in preparation for these track mats. So the thought process here has been to do that sodding in the fall, let that turf establish over the winter, and then place the track mats on that sod. It should only be a matter of weeks, especially with our spring growth that we see here at the golf course, for the turf to grow up through the track mat here and hide the track mat fully. In terms of the other areas on the golf course, all of our projects, including the view enhancement remediation and the verified GPS cable installation, are all ongoing and will continue into the next few weeks. Here at the driving range Teeb, our cedar hedge has been installed and we are remediating the rest of this area in preparation for the driving range grass tees and the short game area to open in early April. For the rest of the golf course, all areas continue to be mown as we continually drop our heights of cut, and greens did receive their first sand top dressing on Monday of this week. Thank you for watching this video.